Hey guys, what's up? Attorney Stephanie Hay here with Stroke of Genius Law. And today I wanted to come to you all to talk about performance royalties. In last video, in our previous video, in a mechanical royalties video, I did the who, the what, and the how. So we're going to do something similar here. If you haven't checked out the mechanical royalties video, mechanical royalties apply to the same parties, i.e. the songwriters. So I would definitely say if you're a songwriter and you're looking at this, please go check out that video as well to give you some additional information about the royalties you should be collecting. So let's just jump right into it. Our who is our songwriters. The parties entitled to performance royalties are the songwriters, the parties who have essentially written the lyrics or composed the music and or created the beat, right? So that is basically the definition, all encompassing of a songwriter, and the songwriter is entitled to performance royalties. Artists are not entitled to performance royalties. When I say artist, I simply mean an individual who had no contribution or no say in the writing of the lyrics, or had no say or helped in the creation of the music or the beat from my hip-hop heads. Okay, so those are the parties entitled, just the two people who are parties or people who have written the lyrics or the music, i.e. the songwriter is entitled to performance royalties. So that is our who. Our why, essentially, or our what are performance royalties? Performance royalties come from the fact that you, as a party who have created this music and written these lyrics, have what we call a performance right. You have a vested right to now collect royalties from the fact that your song has now been performed or is now being performed in public places, right? So public places meaning streaming services are public places, your car radio, the bars, restaurants, stadiums, wherever the song is being performed for the public. You don't have to necessarily be there, right? But wherever it's being performed for the public is where performance royalties should be collected. And they are collected there because as a copyright holder, you are entitled to collect royalties for places where your song is being performed in the public, okay? So now, after we know that you as a songwriter are owed these royalties and why you're owed these royalties, the question becomes, well, how do I go about collecting these royalties? Well, I'm sure you've all heard of our performing rights organizations or performance rights organizations. These organizations were created to help you as a songwriter collect your performance royalties. So the performance rights organizations, or the PROs that are here in the States, are ASCAP, BMI, CSEC. If you have signed up for any of these entities, I think with ASCAP you become a member, with BMI you're an affiliate. Well, when you sign up with these entities, you are giving them permission, and essentially giving them a license to go out and collect royalties, your performance royalties, on your behalf, and then bring that money back in and send it to you, okay? So in signing up with these organizations, it does make it a lot easier because you're not going after every possible organization and every radio station that is playing your song. So you sign up with them, and they basically go in and they start collecting your royalties on your behalf. Now here's where it gets kind of sticky a little bit, but once you sign up with these organizations, they're going to ask you to sign up as a composer or as a songwriter or what have you, and you sign up with them, right? But they're also going to ask you who your publisher is. If you don't have a publisher, and when I say if you don't have a publisher, if you don't have a publisher that you are under a contractual agreement with, in which you can put their name down, then you also need to go in and sign up and register as a publisher yourself. We do this because the system is essentially set up for, reasons beyond explanation of this video, to split your income when they collect it. So let's say, for instance, they collect $100 on your behalf. They're going to automatically split that $100 in half and give you as a songwriter, and let's just say, for instance, to keep it basic, you wrote the music and the lyrics, so you were the only person that wrote the song. They're going to split that money in half automatically and send you a check for $50. Okay? Well, that other $50, if you have not listed a publisher, they're essentially going to hold on to until you designate it to go to a publisher. The assumption is that in signing up, you have already given away your copyrights or licensed your copyrights in the actual music to a publisher. And in that, they're holding on to the publisher's interest by holding on to that additional monies. Well, of course, if you haven't contracted with a publisher and done any of those things, there's $50 sitting in a pot that you now are owed because technically you don't have a publisher, you're your own publisher. So because of that, you need to go on, register as a publisher, and collect your other $50. So essentially you're made whole. You become your own publisher, but you don't want to leave that additional monies in the pot because it's not going to go anywhere, but essentially they're not going to send it to you just as the party listed as the songwriter. So it's both beneficial to you to go ahead if you don't have a publisher and you're still, really doing your own independent thing, and register as a publisher so that when your money starts coming in and you're collecting or what have you, you're collecting your whole coin. Okay, so that's in a nutshell what performance royalties are. Who's owed to it? The songwriter. Why? Because by copyright law, you are entitled to collect royalties if they are for songs that you have written that you are performing or other people are performing. And who collects them are performance rights organizations, ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. So, hope that helped, guys, and I will see y'all next time.